Hey guys, so I want you to be aware of certain things to look out for when you're paying to go to a retreat, whether they're in your local environment or to another country or to another city, and especially if you're not quite sure on the group of people you're going with or the person who is gathering everyone together and labeling themselves as a healer, a teacher, a guide, a leader, a shaman, a priestess, or a priest, or of anything. So in overall, the point of this video is how to detect and know that you're going to be safe, well taken care of, and that you're not going to be ripped off energetically, physically, and financially, and think to yourself, this is a waste of money, so on and so forth. Okay? Step 1. Ask as many questions prior to actually registering and giving out payment. You're all adults. You should all know by now that fraudulent activities and fraudulent people who put on the persona and the mask of being masquerading around as good people, trying to help people, is everywhere. But yet deep down, they are fakes and they just rip people off. So step 1, ask a million questions. Ask before registering your name. Ask during registering your name. I'm not telling you to give a hard time or to talk bad down or low to someone or the person who's in charge of all this, but you want to make sure all your answers, all your questions are answered. And you want to make sure your time, your money, and your energy for the questions you're asking are given back to you with the respect that you deserve. If your questions are not being answered in a clear-cut way, that is a huge red flag, and that is a huge no-no. If you don't know where your money is going, if it's not being clearly shown to you or explained to you where exactly your money is going, if the programs are not clear-cut explained to you before you give your money, that is also a no-no. Again, I'm not telling you to talk down or to fight this person. I want you to be very observant. I want you to ask, and I want you to be very diligent and smart when it comes to these things. Just because someone is gallivanting somewhere around, pretending to be a healer, paying sponsorships on Instagram and Facebook just so that they can get a lot of people to show up, does not necessarily mean that that is a real person who actually cares about your well-being. Okay? We don't want to support fraudulent people who are ripping. So back to what I was saying. On my channel, in my groups, whatever I do and believe in, I do not and we do not support any type of fraudulent activities. And when it comes to healing modalities, readings, spirituality, energy, and when it comes to any type of form of this type of work that comes with therapies, there is rippling effects of karma to be paid off if the person is not accountable and they're ripping money off of you and they're lying to you and they're cheating from you, okay? So ask tons of questions. Again, if that person who is in control, who you're paying to be there, to heal you, to guide you, to take you somewhere, cannot answer your questions clearly, stay away. They don't care about you. They just want your money. Also, one more thing. If someone is coming out of Europe, whether they're European ancestry or they are Armenian ancestry, and they are claiming to be shamans or healers, yet they're doing things that the native indigenous people of the Americas are doing, that is also a red flag, okay? Unless they have been initiated directly from the native indigenous people of the Americas, have lived there, have done things for their communities, they will not be entitled to be using other people's ancestry and call themselves shamans and healers. Because a person who's anointed as a true shaman and a healer will be working through their own ancestral spirit, their own calling of their own ancestry. That's another red flag. This is not racism for me to share this message. What they're doing is actually trying to earn money from ripping people off. if you want to know if someone is a true shaman and you're going to get your money's worth, ask questions. After this person is capable of asking all your questions before registering and before paying, make sure you do the work and you study that individual. You study what their ancestry is. They talk about what their ancestry is. You see their history of the work they've done, what communities they've helped, and you make your decision. Because a true shaman works with their own ancestry and the gifts passed on through their ancestry, not other people's ancestry. Yes, spirituality can be eclectic, it can be universal. But a shaman, a true shaman, works with their own ancestral line. And if they've learned one or two things from other cultures, they've helped